Pick 2 points on a map, any 2 points. Like any 2 points, we have our differences, but one thing we always have in common is music. Access to music education is limited, and in instances that programs exist, they are oftentimes in jeopardy. Imagine a world where all youth have fair access to music education and music as a means of sharing their story. We are royalty-free Haiti, and we want to crowdsource a project that will bring 2 music schools to our Haitian friends.
I got involved in Haiti after the earthquake. I went there about 6 months after the earthquake, doing anything that I could do to help. I would grab a guitar and I'd go down to camp at nights and sit around and jam, and people started singing, rappers started freestyling, and I realized, man, there's a lot of great musicians here in camp. And so the next time I went back, I took a couple microphones with me and I started recording those musicians. Rappers came from all over the place to be recorded.
Hey, Greg, let me get that beat. Yeah, man, yo.
Life is happening all around us. There are roosters crowing, there are kids playing, there are people taking showers, and we are recording rappers in the middle of this camp. We got some really great takes from it. I mean, we were recording songs about real life in the midst of Haitian life taking place.
I sent Greg with a bunch of beats. He brought back the recording sessions. I started remixing the tracks, posting them online, sending more and more beats from Denver every time he went back, and that's how we started Yon Se Lamu.
Live from them streets where them boys go hard, Port-au-Prince, y'all. We don't really play, y'all. That day job, we ain't got none.
My name is Nathan Schmidt. I'm co-founder of Youth on Record, and Youth on Record is the #1 outsourced music provider for Denver Public Schools and the #1 music provider for residential treatment centers in the state of Colorado. We use music and music technology to empower students to help them create a platform so that they can tell their story rather than their story being told to who they are.
In collaboration with Yon Se Lamu, royalty-free Haiti's objective is to open 2 schools, one in Port-au-Prince and one in Cap Haitian, to teach Haitian youth music, music technology, and based on feedback from our Haitian collaborators, 1 day of ESL instruction.
Everything in Haiti has a strong roots or connection with music. 60% of the Haitian population is young people. They're using whatever they can put their hands on and rap and sing and express their thoughts and their feelings.
The money that we raise through the Indiegogo campaign will be directly applied to paying 7 Haitian teachers full-time for 1 full year. For $30,000, we are providing full-time jobs for 7 Haitians for a full year.
When I went to Haiti with the microphones, the cholera outbreak had just begun, and so it was on everybody's mind. The rappers had an idea of recording a public service announcement to teach people how to avoid contracting cholera. I was told that it's probably saved lives because the song was played on Haitian radio. So one of the things that Royalty-Free Haiti will do, they will ask the children to make 1 public service announcement video per quarter that they can share with their community.
Independently, our team is securing $60,000 in in-kind donations, providing teacher training, curriculum, and the necessary hardware to each location. We will be asking the students to build a royalty-free Haitian sample bank that will be added to our current sample bank, which features 60,000 samples from across the world. You, in exchange for your donation, have an opportunity to have access to this royalty-free sample bank created specifically for this project. It will also be the responsibility of each school to blog about program updates, giving you the opportunity to keep up with the progress of the students.
All of the donations made is spent in Haiti, directly helping Haitians. We pay nothing to American staff. If you have microphones you're not using anymore, then we can take those as big donations and take them to Haiti with us.
We're not going back home to teach Haitian about music. We're going to support their music and support their thought.
With Royalty-Free Haiti, we will have 2 music schools with recording studios where kids are learning to make music, create music, share their stories. They will be sending us completed songs and samples. Their musical culture preserved and documented for the world to appreciate.
Please help us out promote this project. One love. That's normal.